What's up, guys? Ven here, bringing you another squad builder and obviously another starter team squad builder. What we're going to bring into you today, we're going to be going over like a Bundesliga plus 3 players from Eredivisie, and that's basically it. Really, when it comes to it, it's a little bit of a hybrid, but obviously keeping it quite basic. Really, when it comes to things. If you guys are enjoying this type of content, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new around here. But let's get into this squad builder and let's talk some finer details. Right, so we've got another squad builder for you guys today, and today, you know, as I mentioned, it's sort of like a Bundesliga slash 3 players from Eredivisie hybrid. Nothing too crazy, I guess, but it's also quite a nice sort of variation what you guys could possibly think about when building your teams. So yeah, as you guys will be seeing with this channel at the moment, we are building a lot of squad builders at the start, and then as time goes on, when the game actually comes out, we'll be running a Road to Glory and a Draft to Glory on this YouTube. So if you guys are interested to see that, don't forget to subscribe for that. But yeah, just trying to give you as much content as possible. Keep in mind, this is my second channel, so I'm just trying to be a little bit more, you know, it's just going to be a bit more just, you know, the casual content stuff rather. If you want to see more pro stuff, go over to my main channel, and that'll be more catered to like the pro play sort of player myself. But yeah, let's get into this squad builder. That's what reason why you guys have clicked. So yeah, let's get into it. Castells is the goalkeeper. What you're probably going to notice as well with a lot of these squad builders, there's going to be a lot of same players, and I just think that's because a lot of them are probably the best players you can get for at the start of the game. So I'm trying to emphasize that these are the players you should be looking for, but obviously everyone has their own opinion and want to make some different variations wherever possible, and of course that is more than open, but I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas what you can do for when it comes to building this team. But as I mentioned, Castells in goal. You've probably seen him in the first squad builder. If you haven't seen the other squad builder, he is one of the main keepers. 6'6", 83 diving, 80 handling, 80 kicking, 84 reflex, and 83 positioning. And you know, as I mentioned at the start of the year, what I like to look for in keepers is just the high and decent all-round stats. Obviously, for me, I think diving, reflex, and handling and position are probably the main ones. Kicking and speed is, you know, a bonus. But I think them 4 stats are the key ones to go for and focus on. I've gone Castells. He's just a bit of an all-round keeper. Comes out like 6'6", so should be a very solid option for a starter team. Goalkeeper, right back, we've got Dest. Slight problem with Dest. There's rumours that he might be going to Bayern Munich or Barcelona. So even though this card looks pretty solid, 87 pace, 71 passing, 79 dribble, and 67 defending, 63 physical, great starter team player. One player to look out for though, if he does go to a Bayern Munich or Barcelona and he gets an inform or something, this card could be definitely worth picking up in the late stage for even your mega teams, because he's going to come with a crazy pace and obviously some decent links. So keep that in mind obviously when building this team. If you are looking for a different option, we do have Mazza. I'm just going to call him Mazza. Yeah, Mazra. We'll call him Mazra. 81 pace, 80 dribbling, 72 defending, 72 passing, 68 physical. Very similar to Dest, but obviously comes in with a lot less pace. So that is the reason why Dest is in. But as I mentioned, he looks like he's going to Bayern Munich or Barcelona, and it's near enough confirmed that he is out of Ajax. So yeah. But for now, he's still at Ajax, so his card might be at Ajax. So I'm going to just put him there for now until obviously he possibly gets his transfer. Centre-backs, Kolstra, Manu, Pamecano. I think this is the main 2 centre-backs to go for when you're building your starter teams this year. I think these 2 are going to be unbelievable. Comes with good pace, you know, obviously a strong link between them, so it's easy to link with the other players. You know, decent defending, decent physicals, decent dribbling, decent passing. Like that's okay for a starter team duo at defence. These are the 2 you probably should be looking to go for really when building the team. Left back we've got Schulz, 87 pace, 75 dribbling, 73 defending, 75 physical, and 74 passing. Unbelievable card. Every time Schulz on FIFA, I swear this guy is a great card and probably one of the most underrated players. The thing is, it's just because he's so hard to link really, and as time goes on in the year, you need different players with different chemistries, you know, and I think Schulz sort of just goes down. But at the start of the year, I think Schulz is one of the greatest left back options you do have. Obviously got Vassilion as well in the Bundesliga, so you've got 2 great options really there in the Bundesliga, even Alphonso Davies. So you got three. You got really good options there. So maybe Schulz will come down in the pecking order, which is a good thing because that means his price will probably be a lot less than the other two. So that's something to keep into consideration when building your team and what you're looking for your left backs. But as I mentioned, as time goes on and your team's developing and you're getting more coins, Schulz is probably going to be the guy you probably have to get rid of because of the chemistry links and so on. But yeah, it's a great option to have at left back. In the midfield three, we've got Lema, Zakari and Quincy Promes. We'll start off Quincy Promes, 89 pace, 80 shooting, 79 passing, 82 dribble, 71 physical. He starts in the right centre mid spot, but of course in game we're going to be playing this team completely different to what you guys see. This is just to get the chemistry at full. Quincy Promes obviously comes with that 5-star skills, always a sweaty, overpowered player to go for at the start of the year. It's definitely somebody you should be looking to put into your teams because he, as I mentioned, he's going to be super cheap and he's just going to be unreal. Even if you're going for like maybe a higher level team, maybe your budget's a lot more, maybe it's like 500k, but you're looking for them cheap, sweaty super subs, Quincy Promes is definitely your guy. I used him a lot last year and I think he's going to be as good again this year, maybe even better, depending on how the game is played. Up next in the midfield duo, we've obviously got Zakari and Lema. 83 pace, 64 shooting, 75 passing, 78 dribbling, 81 defending, 85 physical for Zakari. He's going to be an absolute brute in that midfield, and next to Lema with the 85 pace, 78 passing, 78 dribbling, 8 defending, 77 physical. These two as a duo in a 4-2-3-1 and a 4-4-2 will be just absolute destroyers. They won't be that good on, but Lehman might be good on the ball, but Zakari is definitely not going to be good on the ball. He's going to be like closer to Vieira sort of style than anything. But these two are getting the ball back, you know, just sort of being that middle guy to just get things going, especially in the 4-2-3-1. I think these guys will be unreal to look for. When I do build these teams, keep in mind I do try and give you different options with how you can play in-game with them. But for me, I always build these teams to go into a 4-2-3-1 because that's the formation I play, and that's probably the formation what I think a lot of people will be going with at the start of the year. I hope it's not all 4-2-3-1 though this year. I hope there's a lot more 4-4-2s and 4-1-2-1-2s, but who knows really when it comes to the game. As I mentioned though, these two will be unbelievable as a partnership in your midfield. Right wing, we've got Anthony, 90 pace, 70 shooting, 71 passing, 84 dribbling, 72 physical. I believe he's got 2-star weak foot, but like 4 or 5-star skills. So it's going to be a nice option on the wing, pacey option on the wing, especially at the start if you're looking at a lower budget player. But I think as time goes on, having that poor weak foot and pretty average shooting, there's going to be a lot better options coming as the game goes on. But for a starter team for a cheap price, I think that 3 down the right is definitely an option for you guys to look at building your team. Even when I was looking at this team, obviously I built this squad builder and so on, but I realised, right, before we get into Mbolo, that you have this hyperlink, super link, so they don't actually need any other links, I believe. So you've got these two obviously there, and they won't need any more links. So I think if you could probably like hybrid down the left and maybe a different league, maybe Prem, Serie A, La Liga, whatever you're feeling. I think I actually had a thought of La Liga, putting Zakari and Laurent there would be unbelievable. I don't really know who you can put at left wing. There's obviously actually you could put Carrasco, so you could go Carrasco, Laurent, and third person. Maybe that's something I consider building in a future squad builder. So even though I mentioned here, I might have to remake it and, you know, show you a better one. Maybe that comes out on my main channel because that could definitely be one to look out for. But let's get into the rest of the team. Of course, Mbolo, 87 pace, 76 shooting, 70 passing, 74 dribbling, and 81 physical. A very sweaty player. I think when he came to the Bundesliga originally, a lot of people had obviously hype around him. He's this Swiss lad. He was a big lad. He sort of had that Haaland sort of build to him. He was fast, big, and obviously he could finish, but the ground didn't really get going for him. You know, he didn't have the best of times, but he's obviously still got that sweaty, overpowered card. And as time goes on, I think he's actually improving his like in-game performance in real life. So definitely one to look out for. So he might get a few win forms this year. But yeah, Mbolo as a striker obviously comes with a decent height and good pace and so on. Baye on the left wing, 94 pace, 76 shooting, 73 passing, 82 dribbling, 64 physical. I believe he's 4-star as well this year. So another great option on the left for you guys. So let's get into how I would use this in game. So we'll start off. If I was going to use 4-1-2-1-2, I wouldn't be looking to use this team. But if I had to use this team, this is probably how I would use it. As I mentioned, I don't think this team suits 4-1-2-2 in any single aspect at all. We'll put Anthony on the left as the left striker, and Bola as the right striker, Quincy Promes as the cam, Baye on the left centre mid, Lema on the right centre mid, Sakari CDM, and of course your defence how it comes. Yeah, this team's not built for 4-1-2-2. It's definitely built for the 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1. But if you was going to use 4-1-2-2, that is how I would use it. But as I mentioned though, this team is built for 4-2-3-1, and this is how I would set it up in game. Of course, I've got to change a lot of positions around because for some reason I'm foot ahead. When you change formation, right backs go centre backs and so on. But yeah, obviously the defence stays the same. Lema right CDM, Zakari left CDM. Whichever one's got the better weak foot, I'm not actually too sure on the top of my head, I would use as the left-sided player. But for now, I'll just put them as there. Anthony on the left because he's got poor weak foot. I prefer to have that left foot on the left. Quincy Promes on the right because he's the right-footed player, what we can use. If you really prefer to have Quincy Promes as your striker, maybe using Bolo as your sort of like how a lot of people use Ronaldo, CR7, as that powerful right cam. Could possibly put Bolo on the right, but I'd probably put him as a striker, especially at the start of the year. Quincy Promes on the right, Baye in the middle because he's got that 4-star, gives us the best of both feet and also decent skill moves to create things going, and then Bola as a striker. And that is how I would set it up in a 4-2-3-1, and I think this team looks fantastic for a 4-2-3-1 team. If I was going to go 4-4-2, very similar again. The only difference is obviously we've got strikers instead of a cam and wingers instead of obviously cams as well. So what I would do is Anthony on the left, Promes on the right, obviously. Well, as I mentioned, whichever one's got the better weak foot in the middle on the left, and then put Eric. I was going to say Eric Baye. I might have said Eric Baye a few times this video. If I've said Eric Baye a few times, that is horrendous. Leon Baye, as a left striker, and then Mbola as a right striker. But this is how I would set up the team in game, and of course, it's quite a nice little hybrid for you guys. And as I mentioned, there is a few different options you can do, and maybe that is something I bring out on my main channel very soon. So yeah. That'll be it for the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are new around here. And that'll be it. Peace.